to the Wednesday edition of the ICU TV's breakfast show. And it's good to be back. Expect faces such as mine on Wednesday and pretty much any other day. And we are so happy to know that you are on the other side of the web, which is the other side of the screen. And remember to tell us where you are watching us from in case you are within Lusaka or outside of Lusaka, or possibly in Ghana, Zimbabwe, Malawi, South Africa, even the USA, because now the world is what? A global village?
Yeah, it's now a global village.
All right, I am Mishek Njakwa Edgars. I'm your host this morning alongside...
I'm Ruth J. Nyurongo, your co-host for today's breakfast show.
Now, let's kickstart today's show, the 5th day of August 2026. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind right now? I'm just looking forward to the election day, where people get to vote. And who's going to be our next president? Are we going to put back the one who is there? Or, you know, Zambians, they can surprise you at any time.
I know, right? I think...
Yeah.
I think let's keep our fingers crossed, and I hope you, our viewer, I hope voter. It is good to vote. Let's begin to take accountability and to take what rightfully belongs to us, and that is the democratic right. What is on my mind this morning is political violence.
Oh,
yeah. It is very, very disheartening, and I feel like it's high time we started seeing some action from these political parties and just a little bit of accountability. I think we've preached these plain sermons of saying no to political violence for far too long, and it's high time we saw the actual action. I think these cases of violence are on the rise simply because there is minimal action that is done with regards to these same political violent issues. And I'm saying this with reference to what happened yesterday in Shibuyunji district.
Yeah,
it is so sad.
It's really sad, because I remember, like, from 2021, the president stated to say, I don't want any cadres, any political violence, nothing. But it's so disheartening that people are still actually doing that, and there's less action that is actually being taken.
We really take this opportunity to appeal to relevant authorities. And one thing that I need to make mention of is the fact that political stability, or saying no to political violence, is everybody's responsibility.
Exactly.
I think we shouldn't just leave it up to the authorities. We should also see to it that we promote the tranquility that we require as a nation. And one thing that also I can love to mention is the fact that Zambia is known as a very, very peaceful country.
Exactly.
So if we take away this reputation, it will be doing us a great disservice.
Yeah, true. Absolutely.
And what is coming ahead on this show, I really need to make an emphasis to say it is pregnant with lots of viewer-friendly stories, a lot of stories from within and outside of the country. We also have to tell you that we have newspaper headlines as well as social media trends. And right after this break, we go right into the actual stories.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
as a best graduating student, Masters in the School of Humanities.
Won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
Thank you for staying with us. If you are joining us, you are watching the breakfast show, which is our Wednesday audition, and I'm your co-host Ruth Nyurongo, and I have my host here, Mishek Njakwa Edgars. So before we went on a break, we talked about the things that we have lined up, which is the newspaper headlines, the social media trends, and other stories. So I would dive in straight into our first story of today. Violence broke out at Livingstone City Council on Tuesday after rival political parties' supporters clashed while awaiting the arrival of ballot paper for the Zambia's 2026 general elections. So according to reports, the confrontation caused confusion at the civic center, promoting police to intervene and restore order as tension escalated. The circumstances surrounding the incident, including whether there were any arrests or injuries, have not been officially confirmed by authorities at the time of publications. Precious Panda has more in
Violence erupted at Livingstone City Council on Monday as rival political party cadres engaged in a confrontation while waiting for the arrival of ballot papers ahead of Zambia's 2026 general elections. According to the Livingstone Reports Facebook page, the confrontation caused confusion at the civic center, with reports indicating that the police intervened to restore order as tension escalated among supporters of different political parties. The circumstances surrounding the incident, including whether any arrest or injury were recorded, had not been officially confirmed at the time of publications. Authorities are expected to provide further details as investigation continues. Precious Panda reporting for ICU TV News.
That was Precious Panda, our report giving us a highlight of what happened yesterday. So Mishek, this is what you actually said at the beginning of the show when we were actually talking about what's on our mind, the political violence. Yeah. So, I feel when people know the person they want to put back on power, they should just pick who they want and fighting, because they didn't say when the other political parties actually went to Livingstone yesterday, they didn't say they're just going to do campaigns and everything. They just went to witness, right, the arrival of the ballot paper. But I don't really understand where the violence came from.
This is something that I'm glad you've made a reference to my line of thought that I earlier stated in our preamble. These are some of the conversations that we need to have. We need to rise to the occasion as the citizenry. We need to rise to the occasion as the One Zambia, One Nation that we are, to just say no to violence. There is always ways through which we can have differing opinions.
Exactly.
You can belong to a particular political party, and I can belong successfully to the opposite or the opposition without causing chaos. Because one thing that we need to make mention of is there is always life after the general election.
Exactly.
So what happens if you lose your ear, you lose your eye, or better still, you injure yourself, and then what? After 13th of August, what becomes of you actually?
It's really sad, because I also saw some post yesterday of the musician General Kanene. He was actually hit. Was it in Western Province? That's life-threatening for him. What if something really bad happened? Because right now he's in the emergency. So it's really sad.
Indeed, it's sad. And, let's just stay away. Let's stay away from violence. And it is always the so-called cadres. You will never find a politician's child engaging in such activities. You will never find any other person. It's always those people. And the sooner we get to understand that these are just democratic issues, the better it's going to be, because we will not have a reason of engaging in violence. And I hate the fact that it is always during periods such as these when now movement, you become scared. Like I, for one, I remember I was talking to someone last night. I was just asking where they were, and they were telling me that they were still at the office. I had to tell the person to knock off, not this office precisely, but someone. I had to tell them to say, what, can you leave whatever it is that you're doing? You better still carry that work and finish it from home, because this is a very delicate situation. We've also witnessed, some of us being students, a lot of lecturers have pushed classes to just happen between Monday and this same Friday, because next week, a lot of people have bought things just to sustain them for the next few days, because they are scared. They do not want to lose themselves. They do not want to be injured. God forbid, whatever happened to general candidate should happen to the next person. So how does one get to live with the fact that Bamuchenene during the elections? Is it even making sense?
It's not actually making sense, you know, because like a lot of people were actually injured. I even saw one of the cops who was stoned. I don't know, if probably on his eye. Like he was really, really bleeding so badly. You don't actually have to show us to say you don't like this political party. You have to show us during election when you vote secretly on your own. The person who goes back will say, oh, okay, this is a person that they actually liked. You don't have to show us by being violent or something.
Let us say no to violence at all costs. And you're still watching the ICU TV's Wednesday edition of the Breakfast Show. We continue with the stories. Scores of Lusaka residents turned out for the final day of the 98th Agriculture and Commercial Show, taking advantage of the discounted prices and promotional offers before the event concluded on Monday. Now, the final day traditionally, attracts large crowds as exhibitors splash prices on a wide range of products, allowing visitors to purchase goods at reduced prices. Now, many residents took advantage of the bargains, buying household items, agricultural products, as well as other merchandise as the annual show came to a close. This is what I'm talking about.
Before you talk about that, you know the headful part. I don't know if you remember to say last week, the first thing that I actually said was what you asked me to say, what's on your mind? I was like, I want to go to the agriculture and commercial show, but I didn't go. Beyond,
you know what?
It was beyond me.
You know what? I went on your behalf.
Thank you. I hope you also went on my behalf, because I really I was looking forward to actually go to the showgrounds and and paint Mampi here. Like we always did back then.
Well, it was good to be there, and it was nostalgic on my end. I remembered those days that would go for the agricultural commercial show back in Kitwe.
Is it trade fair?
No, we used to have the annual agricultural and commercial show back in Kitwe. But up at Black Mountain, Ipavera Showgrounds, just opposite to Sakile Mayan Hospital. So that's where we would go every year, just seeing the what do you call them? The cotton candies? The horses, just having a lot of people. I felt like the entire Zambia, Vadi, Savonse show. It was good to see people from different walks of life, Abaiche, the babies, the toddlers, up to the Abakulu. Everyone was there to just, it was beyond the exhibitions, it was about fun. People were just there spending time with their loved ones. I saw a lot of parents taking their kids there, and one of the highlights for me was just the conversations that I was having with corporate entities. And I remember talking to the corporate communications specialist for Zakwa, and we had a very beautiful conversation, and I remember asking the question that everybody has been wanting to ask, to say, is ICU in good standing with them? And they absolutely said, yes, we are in good standing. And we are in so it was good. It was really, really good. And at the end of the day, what stood out for me is the performances from different musicians. Despite going for work, and it was a good experience to see Mampi. Mampi was performing, Toela Kaira was performing, and a number of activities were taking place there.
I feel like I really missed a lot, because looking at the highlights that I actually saw on Facebook and on ICU TV page, like a lot of ministries, they got beautiful awards being recognized, and performance. I saw how Yomaps just went there, and a lot of crowds were like following him, feeling happy and everything. Then people are like, oh, the song that they are saying that it's a flop, everyone's now dancing to it. So I was like, what's going on, Zambians?
You know, one thing that I love about Zambians is that they will always show up for their loved
Exactly,
ones.
yeah.
And the other, speaking of UMAPs, it was good to see his performance and in that of Chile one, and the level at which the crowds were singing along to these musicians. It was really good to see. And in case you are watching us right now, do feel free to make use of the comment section and tell us your highlight of the agriculture and commercial show. What stood out for you? Was it the exhibitions that you were seeing, or the fun that was had?
Performance, the cotton candy, like he said.
Yeah,
'cause
or the
it seemed
first
like
painting.
Yeah, the first painting. Like, I love the first painting. I remember when I was young, every time when I go to the showground, I would just paint it. Either Mumpy, you know, Chef 187 and a heart the side.
Oh yeah.
I would cry if I don't... If mom doesn't let me paint that, I would cry.
So you've always been a Mumpy fan?
Yeah. I've always been the Queen Divas fan from the time I was young, and I feel like it was so common for everyone to actually just paint her name because she was the female, you know, at that time.
At that time. Well, she still is. You are watching the ICU TV's Wednesday edition of the Breakfast Show. We take a break, and when we come back, it is newspaper headlines.
Dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education. We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education. We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so...
Thank you so much for still staying tuned to the ICU's Wednesday edition of the Breakfast Show. And you are still watching us live, coming to you directly from our Lusaka studios located along off Shantumbu Road in Lusaka's Chalala Rockfield area. And right about now, we are diving exactly into what is happening in print media, or better still, newspapers. And straight away from Zambia Daily Mail, dated today, we have HH lays down law, and that is a headline whose story, feel free to just grab yourself a paper and read further. Another headline says, still coming from His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema, he warns against political violence and promises more development. And that is a story, and I'm glad, let me just make mention of the fact that I'm glad that the president, the head of state himself, has risen to the occasion to just condemn the political violence.
Exactly.
And despite him being the leader of the UPND, he doesn't condone whatever it is that is going on.
He doesn't condone. He actually started, I would say, preaching about that the time he just came in power. He always condoned violence. He said he's not going to take that. Everyone who just do political violence will be accountable for it.
Definitely. And Judiciary is ready for pause disputes. And that is a little bit a snippet of what is coming all the way from the Zambia Daily Mail. Feel free to get yourself this paper, and in case you can't get yourself a soft copy, a hard copy, feel free to always go to the soft copy. What is happening with News Diggers?
Okay, so what we have in the News Diggers today, this morning, is chaos as UPND NRPUP supporters exchange stone in Western Province. This is actually the story that I was actually talking about the one for General Kanene when he was performing. Then the UPND cadres came and just caused chaos, right? So it's actually sad.
Really sad.
It's actually
indeed.
sad. We need to live as one. You know, Zambia is a Christian nation, not this political violence or everything that is actually going on. So what we have again on the news diggers is HH orders ZESCO to connect 16,000 households rather in Chambeshi. Okay, ZESCO. Like 2 months ago, I saw ZESCO post to say you should buy solar powers. I got scared to say, are we going back to load shedding? Are we going back to load shedding?
I know, right?
Yeah. So I think this is a great initiative, like connecting 16,000 households. Yeah, ZESCO connecting 16,000 households to have electricity in Chambeshi. That's actually a great move because, you know, electricity is also part of entrepreneurship growth because, you know, we have tailors, we have those what do you call them, grinding machines, vigayo, you know, all those things actually use electricity, so it can actually boost the entrepreneur in the area.
Definitely. And that is all from the world of newspapers, and feel free to get yourself those copies, or you can access them via their respective websites. We take another break and we will be able to dive into your favorite segment, into her favorite segment.
It's my favorite segment. It's the social media trend. Do stay with us. We'll be right back. So much for still staying with us. If this is when you are joining us here, we are live on ICU TV, which is our Facebook page, and our YouTube. You can actually join us. So before we went, we were actually looking at the headlines, newspaper headlines rather, and right now we'll dive into our social media trend. Like Mishek said, it's my favorite. This one, it's my favorite. So our first story will be musician and fashion icon Miriam Mampi Mukape celebrates her birthday as she throws nice pictures on social media.
If there is no fashion in the music industry, then Mampi is not there.
Yes, thank you.
In fact, these pictures are really nice.
They are so nice. The dress, the paper, the details. You know, she never disappoints.
Mampi will never disappoint. And taking it back to the showgrounds, the day before her birthday, on the 4th, she was performing.
Wow.
And
what
guess
was she wearing?
She wore something nice, like some denim. You know, Mampi will always be Mampi.
Mampi will always be Mampi.
And did I tell you that she was performing live?
Really?
Live.
Wow.
It was live. It was nice.
Why didn't I go?
I think I went on your behalf.
Okay,
So,
when it comes to fashion, Mampi never disappoint. Because I remember one time, I was just praying to say, let Mampi be my dresser on my graduation. I just want Mampi to dress me. You know?
I think on your PhD that can happen.
Mampi, if you're watching this, please.
I like
need
that.
you to
One
dress
thing
me.
that I also like about Mampi is how professional she is.
Exactly.
She's so professional. You never find Mampi in stories. And I think this plus more are one of the reasons why she's one of the most celebrated music icons.
Yeah.
And even as you are able to see right here, this fashion is unmatched. And she has received love from fellow industry professionals, even those people who are outside the music industry, the likes of Mizingamelu, the likes of Council, Dixon Jerry, and she's been in the industry for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
What resilience?
It's actually resilience because she's always out of drama. You've never heard say Mumpy this, Mumpy that. She's just there being the queen diva she is.
Exactly. And still on social media trends, we have Toela Kaira's performance at the Agriculture and Commercial Show attracts attention from fans barely few days after her wedding.
I was looking at that post today in the morning. I was looking how she was twerking. Yeah, it's Toela, of course.
Oh, then
It's
Toela. And you know, even the time she was having in fact, these conversations started from the time she came to social media to announce her engagement. She got engaged with 2 rings on both sides. She was like, I've always been that person, that girl rather, who has always wanted to get engaged and marrying Yabili. So from the time she got engaged, a lot of people have taken to social media to say, who's going to be entertaining us? Does it mean you've changed? Not even Pachirangamdido. People were saying, Toela now is married. She'll stop entertaining us. She'll stop dancing. And guess what? On her wedding day, she was dancing to the song that she has done with Chilewan and Chester. Yes. She really danced. In that bride robe, she danced. And indeed, Kusho ground, Toela danced.
Just her being Toela. Just her being Kaira.
I think, let me just say, I'm in love with Toela.
Yeah.
Toela's craft, Toela's attitude. It is good.
It's actually good. It's actually good because she knows how to grab her fans' attention.
Exactly.
You know, I also love her very, very much.
And she has really, people have expressed mixed feelings. Other people are saying, no,
they're criticizing.
And you should stop dancing that way. And other people are saying, no, this is a profession. She's being professional and whatnot. You never find her doing this at home and whatnot. And I think my advice is let's just stay in our lane enjoy the music.
The husband is comfortable.
Yes.
We dive into our next story. Of course, we have a lot packed on our social media trend. Musician Elton Mulenga, popularly known as Erupts, blows social media with the purchase, of 2 Escalade vehicles. You know, yesterday when I just opened social media, I saw Kiddies, like she was trying to enter into the car, then she removed the shoes and she's like, take a
Oh, wow.
Those cars,
let me just say, the bodies of the cars, number 1. The color, number 2. The quality, number 3. The speed, number 4. If you've seen a popular Tyra Perry series,
yes,
Beauty in Black,
you will
relate. And
in
case you are watching and you want to surprise me on my birthday, just get me one of those vehicles.
Those are very, very nice cars and they're very expensive.
Very nice indeed.
Maps. You know, Mr. Zimba was actually shouting at him to say, no, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? 2 days later, he went to buy cars. I don't know what he's going to say now. I don't know what he's going to say now.
Oh, wow. And I love the fact that he's one of the people that have just made an emphasis to say you can still succeed in whatever it is that you do. Whether you go book smart, of which the wife is doing. I remember her taking to her Facebook to say she has applied to pursue a Bachelor of Laws with CBU.
Yeah.
And they're still succeeding either way. So, you know, let's just celebrate these people. They're the people that are flying our flags high. And in order for us to see our music penetrating borders, it should start with us. And congratulations to him for his hard work and his continued inspiration in the music industry.
Exactly. Congratulations to him.
Estray Boo sends spectators stampering in all directions after it unexpectedly gets into the main arena during a performance on the last day of the Agriculture and Commercial Show. Imagine, muletamba musician yali performa mwasasanga fie icho
Chaisa.
Chaisa.
Ero chiraponyanga chashitaso. Yeah, I just saw how people were running. I was like, what's going on?
I know, right? It was really, really something else.
It was really, really something
It was
else.
so dramatic.
It was so dramatic, and how people were just dumping on each other. You know, I just hope people are okay. No one was injured, and yeah, everyone is just okay. Just be careful, you guys. I don't know who let loose that, or maybe it just came out.
I think the cause of that is should be yet to be established.
It should be okay. Okay.
It should be yet to be established. And in the world of pageantry, Zambia is once again on the global map as our very own 19-year-old Luai Latif emerged as Mr. Supranational Africa.
That was so amazing, because he's 19, right?
He's 19.
And he's Mr. Supranational
Supranational Africa.
Alice was so excited. She felt nice, at least we're still on the map. Zambia is still there. I feel those guys did really good. They represented Zambia so well at the pageantry. So yeah, hoping to see what happens to Ada
as she departs for Miss World.
Yeah, for
I think
Miss
in
World.
4 days.
In 4 days time,
should be
going to
Vietnam.
Yeah.
So let's just stay glued and rally behind these people. Congratulations, Luai Latif. Congratulations, you Trace Mwakachela, for emerging as the supermodel of the year. These are achievements that we really, really need to celebrate. Though a lot of people expressed mixed feelings with regards to our traditional costume, to say what costume was that and what not. I think these are some of the commentaries that we should just comments, and then after the show,
exactly, because I was looking at some comments where people were talking about Elche's traditional costume, the Bemba thing. Then they were like, no, that's the reason why she didn't even qualify to the top 24. I'm sure they expected the eagles, the flag, representing us. But she came out as top model Africa.
Yeah, top model of the super top model, which is not easy.
Yeah, it's not.
It is not easy,
actually.
and for the fact that Zambia is very much new in these things, I think congratulations to them. They deserve all the bravos they can get.
Yeah. So, Mishuk, what do we have on the notice board?
So on our notice board, feel free to just stay tuned to ICU TV, even as we continue to keep you informed with the latest news and current affairs, starting at 12 hours with our lunchtime bulletin, as well as 18:30 with our main news. And of course, stay glued to our social media platforms as we continue to give you news and daily updates. And we also have various shows lined up. And when I say shows, a lot of things is being cooked in the kitchen of the ICU TV studios. We have Heartbeat tomorrow. We have Sports Smarts. We have I Am ICU today. We have a lot of things.
Yeah, we have a lot of things that are actually lined up so that we can still keep you informed and entertained. It was actually lovely being with you. Thank you so much for joining us to today's edition of our breakfast show. Do join us next week, which is on a Friday around 8 hours. Right.
Definitely. And allow me to make a shout out to our loving followers. Thank you so much for 82,000 followers
It's not
on
easy.
ICU TV.
Thank you so much. Keep on following and keep on being glued to our page, which is ICU TV on Facebook, our website, and our YouTube channel.
Thank you so much. This is Mishe Kinjakwa Edgars, as well as
Ruth J. Nyongo.
good morning and
Have a lovely day.